helping children look at the world from an autistic character's point of view.
Yeah, and today's What's from Washington Gets Real. Niku Kazore shares what makes these books vital when bridging the gap between neurotypical children and children with autism.
For many, parenting is difficult, but according to Laura Hales, author of 2 autism awareness children's books, when you have a child on the spectrum, it can add an extra level of intensity.
There are more questions that we have to dig around a little deeper to find answers for.
Oh my gosh.
But the wonderful perspective that they carve out of you is just unbelievable.
And it's that perspective that plays a key part in this Sammamish Locals book, Alex and the Drummer and Alex and the Muffin Man. The idea is to raise awareness while teaching children to imagine scenarios through an autistic character's point of view.
Maybe there are some lights or sounds that are sensory-wise overwhelming my kid, and he's doing the best he can in the situation. But maybe its physical reaction is to yell or shout or it's called stimming, like a physical way to self-regulate the nervous system.
Hales lives in Virginia now, but travels to different schools in the country sharing her books.
I got pizza!
Based off real-life situations she's had with her son. Her hope is to have children understand what their peers on the spectrum might be going through, and to recognize and embrace the differences between neurotypical children and children on the spectrum. Rather than point out differences, Hales focuses on explaining perspective, which leads to acceptance.
Once you understand the whys, suddenly it all makes sense. And you're sitting right in there with that character and you're saying, of course he'd be so upset. Of course he would be distressed. And apparently this is how he expresses that distress.
The context and setup of Hale's books are what make them so unique. She never once mentions autism in the book and leaves the reader to ask questions and form their own understanding based on context clues. This was a decision she says makes her book stand out and will hopefully create acceptance through the reader's own understanding.
And then suddenly you have communities made up of individuals who are changing their behavior and their perspectives about my kids.
In Seattle, Niku Kazore, Cairo 7 News.
Harborview Medical Center is over capacity, except for only the most severely injured or sick patients. Here with 6 Cairo